Hey everybody, Ben here. Thanks for being here. Thanks for showing up for yourself each and every day. Welcome to all those that are new here, and for those returning, thank you. We're going to ring some bells here, and it might be a little loud, so if you're sensitive, you may want to turn your volume down, and we'll see what comes through. So at first, I saw what I believed was like a I don't even know what the heck to call them. I think it's something in mathematics where there's like a dot and then a lines and then maybe more dots. But it gave a feeling of a ladder in the beginning, and it almost felt like incomplete DNA strand. It then turned into a ladder where I was, instead of like using the rungs to go down, I was sliding down the rails into what appeared to be uh, a well, like a stone laid, I should say brick laid well. And in there, this is very old or deep, uh, cave-like structure, if we will, and it has paintings, like on the wall, and I feel like this is where the dots and the lines are a language unknown is coming through, uh, that speaks through the soul for those that can hear. Uh, it's quite emotional. I think it's touching more on uh, a way that you can express yourself, and it's not. Uh, it doesn't have to follow the normal communicational standards, if we will. It's energetic, and those that are available to understand or receive will the communication. It how can I word that better? We'll leave it there and see what else comes. I did want to get an animal card here, animal spirit. Dragon. Got this one last time. So what came there was if we believe in things like this, we can look at all these mythical creatures, if we will, existing in different realms, but during the same time. Can we perceive it or can we not perceive it? This is going back on this energetic. I want to call it signature, but means of communication. Maybe we're in a position where we are communicating with these other realms, or they are communicating to you, and or you re-bringing this in and translating it, if we will, to be able to have it communicated in this space or this realm. Uh, can dive deeper in the book, but I don't think we're going to. Very drawn to the eye and seeing the truth here. We got the death card. Excuse me. Sideways. Fear of change and transitions. I I kind of feel like we're afraid to uh, share this or acknowledge it or uh, what's the point? And really going back to in the beginning of it's going to find the people it's meant to find. That it's it's energy, and if you watch videos like this, you should be able to or at least at one point, or maybe you still are, you should be able to see, wow, it's so crazy how this video popped up. And I wasn't searching for, I don't know if it's this video, but I'm talking about a video in general of, I really needed to hear that, or wow, that was an amazing message when I was thinking this. Uh, it should be enough to show you that this is real. And these things do find those that it's meant to find. And yet, uh, we've witnessed this, but we're a little afraid or seen. I can't tell quite yet if we're nervous of what other people are going to think of us, like in our personal life, but also people that would be hearing us or watching us, however it may be. And we're nervous about that, but then also, what's the point? This sounds dumb or foolish, or uh, does it even hold any validity to it? And we can really get into, uh, let's say you hold a specific signature, that energy, and it doesn't matter what you do, but you got to be out there at some point to share that energy. Somebody once said that those that hold certain vibrations and energy, whether naturally a healer, and they may not look like it, or they don't have a job that does anything along those lines, but just them being in certain people's lives helps them through that process. And that could be in this position. Your energy is needed for someone else. And it's not just one person, it's multiples. But it doesn't matter really how it takes place. It is you being out there, and maybe this is the doorway or the initiation, the gateway to start doing something like this. Uh, and the right people will find you. Six of Cups reversed. Release. Maybe there was rejection in the past. There's some insecurity feelings of worthy and repercussions. We talk a lot on this channel about authenticity and leading a life without leading it for the external, for those. People are always going to have a problem with anyone and everyone. There's always going to be those people. They exist. And we can ask ourselves why. When we really focus on that, and we could do the deeper dive and say, why are they doing that to me? What is it trying to show me? But we can also just surface level be like, why are people crummy people at times? Why are they so down? Why must they attack? Why must they hurt people? When we lead with constantly pleasing others, we carry a part of them, a part of their wound, I believe at least. And it makes sense when you look at it like, I made this comment in a video here earlier this week. When you're viewing me, and if I was viewing somebody else, we naturally, consciously or subconsciously, start to create this identity for them. And that identity is formed through our experiences, through our struggles, through our wounds, through our insecurities. What else will we compare it to? And then the next person that watches this video is going to do something similar, but it's going to be different because it's going to be based on their wounds or their insecurities. And if we placate or show up in certain ways to please everyone, we're there to please their wounds, their insecurities, to be viewed in a certain light, to not trigger them to respond a certain way. I'm not saying we're coming out here and saying all these crazy things that are going to hurt everybody. That's not what I'm saying at all. It's when we lead with that external to please them or to appease them for their wound or their insecurity, or we're not even doing it. We're just playing it safe. And somebody's going to say something regardless because they have that wound or they have an insecurity and they've made this image in their head of what they perceive you as. And that's not true. That's a reflection of their struggles or their internal battle. Excuse me. So, this is really where it comes into knowing yourself and knowing that whatever you're doing or however you're expressing yourself is meant for certain people, and it will find them as that language or that energy expression has shown. Hopefully that made sense. Now, justice reversed. Imbalance. We're looking at this, hey, I'm supposed to be doing something, but I'm not. I don't want to. I don't really know if it's I don't want to, but it's more there's resistance up against it, and it's what's meant for you. And we're scared or we're nervous or we don't want to go down that road. We don't want to do that because of X, Y, or Z. You answer that. Why? Why do you not want to do that? Because, and that's where we got to look. That's what we got to release. That's what we're afraid to walk away from. Page of Cups, youthful emotions. This is really going in, I think carelessly, and not on a crazy way, but it is, I don't know what's going to come of this. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm being uppity, optimistic. I'm giddy for it. It is, let's fucking do it kind of thing, you know? Let's do it and find out. Let's not place all these limitations or fears on it before we even start or try. When we walk in with those, we'll see that reflection. We'll see the reciprocation of that. No different than if we go in with this energy. We don't know what's going to happen. And being free in that space really opens the door for that freedom to be what it is. The Devil reversed. Empowerment. This is under, I wanted to put it like in between the Death card and the Six of Cups reversed. This is this transition and removing these projected fears or outcomes or whatever it's connected to by expressing ourselves. Sharing this, just sharing ourselves in general, whether it's connected to something spiritual or not. There's a language that is expressed through you of frequency, and being free in that is empowering. What is holding us in bondage in this situation? I feel like it's more of what everybody else is going to think. I mean, if we were all alone and there was nobody else here in the world, what would it matter what we do then? Because there would be nobody to judge us. There would be no one to say anything about us or to hurt us or to tell us we're doing something wrong or we're not good enough or we've got a pimple on our face or, whatever it may be. There's none of that out there. So remember, if we stay there, we're doing it for them. We're placating their wound. We are trying to satisfy something that can't be satisfied. If I have a wound, and if you have a wound, is everybody else trying to satisfy that wound? Probably not. And we might look at those people as carrying negative personality trait type of category, but they don't care. They're living for themselves. And I'm not saying, see, that's where that fine line comes in of don't become them. But we have to embody a bit of that energy to be true to ourselves, to be ourselves. As in, there's that fine line of the victim to that and the suppressor. We stand up for ourselves, we be ourselves. We have our boundaries, we have our self-respect and our self-worth, and we choose what to allow to come into our space energetically. If somebody says something hurtful, uh, we know the truth, and we can reflect on the idea that uh, they have their own struggles, and they are projecting that onto me, versus taking ownership of it and becoming what they are projecting onto you. I'm going to leave this here. Hopefully it made sense. I guess I'll find out when I rewatch it. If it resonated, feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe. If you need any more help with it, check out oceanprizes.com, and I will talk to y'all later. See ya.